What's up, Surf City? This is Anthony Campo coming at you with CAFit Videocast, episode 6. I'm here with Vutron.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good, good, good. All
All right.
right. So, I'm Anthony Campo, Program Director of CAFit. My background education, I have a BA in Leadership and Organizational Studies from Chapman University. Uh, CrossFit Level 1 certified, OPEX CCP Level 1 certified as well. I've been involved in fitness since 2000, and I'm here to educate you and motivate you to, get a little better.
Nice. All right, and I'm Vu Tron, and strength and CrossFit coach at CrossFit Surf City and CA Fit. I'm a CrossFit Level 1 certified and nationally ranked Olympic weightlifter. It's always good to say that. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then prior to that, I had 5 years of naval and combat medicine, where I learned a lot of anatomy and dealing with sports injuries as well as some combat injuries. All right.
Awesome.
So for today, we got an exciting segment coming to you. First, like always, we'll talk about what has been our positive focus in the past week. Just to we like to reinforce the positive thinking. Then we'll talk about the program for next week. The new year, new program. Exciting stuff coming. And then topic of the day. This is something that I think Anthony is really into. He is the 20-mile march concept. He'll explain that, and we'll bounce back and forth between our experience. And then finally, just some quick announcements of all the things that are going to be coming to you guys in the new year.
All right. So,
First,
positive focus for this last week. Um, you know, Mine has nothing to do with training or anything like that, but I've just got into a new TV show, and it's been a great time. It's actually, besides the actual show, it's just the years winding down, and usually around this time, my wife and I are traveling. Either back to Ohio or somewhere just to take some time off. But it's a good change of pace just to kind of veg out. Nothing wrong with it. Everybody needs to decompress, and I've gone through. I'm on season 5 of Sons of Anarchy, and I just recently found out about it. Very cool show.
yeah, I heard it's a good show. I like to get into it. Well, for myself, it came unexpected, but I had a 300-pound clean last week. Um, Although I'm pretty happy with it, but for some reason it's not a major victory that I've been wanting. So, anyways, it's still a good accomplishment, and I like that.
Congratulations! But if you don't know Vu, then anything 95% of what Vu's going to talk to you about or be positive about is Olympic lifting. But that's amazing. He's really passionate about it. And if you ever need a good coach, need some tips, just hit him up.
Right on. I'm more happy to. All right, onward to our program for next week. It's looking like there are a lot of testing going on. Walk us through, please.
Yeah, there will be different tests for function and fitness. This is the function testing. We're needing to find out. We have a new year. We're starting a new phase. We just finished one phase, and we want to get into another phase or cycle. So we need everybody to have maximum participation for this. We basically need to see where everybody's at so we can guide the program. Okay, we work differently here at CA Fit than any other group fitness or functional fitness program. What we do is we have a goal based program. So majority of what you consider group exercise or group exercise workouts or CrossFit gyms, they just throw workouts at you in a random effect and all that. what we want to do and what we seek to do is get a basic general avatar for our function and fitness uh, people who participate in those classes so that everybody could so we can get an idea, like a kind of an avatar for that person, so we can figure out what the majority need to work on. Okay, and this is very unique to us and a very more individualized approach to implementing group fitness. Ultimately, if you want to achieve specific goals for each individual, it's individualized approach need to do in one-on-one training or in a specific program designed for that person. But for this upcoming week for function, we'll be testing back squat 1RM, max ring rows, and a little work capacity test. And then we're going to have another one coming up on Tuesday, excuse me. Another kind of cardio aerobic test. And then Wednesday, we have a little active recovery. And then we're going to be building up to a max press on Thursday, Tabata sit-ups and max push-ups in 2 minutes and a 2K row. So let's talk about a little bit about the back squat test, because those are really where a lot of the program gets guided by. So the back squat test, we need to basically have a comparison. We need to figure out, if you could back squat your body weight. Okay? So in our program, we have double leg testing, single leg testing, upper body pulling, upper body pushing, core, and bending for our physical testing. And this is how, what we're trying to do is we have levels 1 through 5. So if we talk about back squat, we're putting you through a double leg level 3 and level 4 test. And our first level, the level 3, is we want to make sure you can back squat your body weight. You ask yourself why. This tells us a basic general strength. We want to make sure that everybody has a general level of strength in squatting to move on. Okay. A little background. Let's give you an example. A little background on plyometrics. The people who develop plyometrics, meaning box jumps, bounding, and things like that, is that someone should not be doing their parameters. They wanted somebody to back squat their body weight for 3 reps. Meaning if you weighed 155 pounds, you had to do 155 3 times. So think about when you're standing on top of a box, you've jumped up onto a box, and then you're going to come back down. Think about how much force is being driven through your body. And if you're not even able to back squat your body weight or even less, then their perspective is not to do that. Okay? And this is to help you reduce risk of injury. Also, when we get into level 4, we want to see in comparison to your deadlift, power clean, all your lower body exercises, so we can provide direction. So if someone is, for instance, can deadlift a significantly percentage-wise more than they can back squat, it dictates a priority. And that's what we're going to create for the function, is that someone either the function group needs to back squat more or deadlift more. They need to press more or pull more. And that's a kind of general sense. And each of these tests gives us ideas. So the work capacity test gives us an idea around, okay, Jackie on the elite end is a 5 to 6 minute workout. So that workout should be scaled for a beginner to try to get within that range. So if we fall outside the 5 to 7 minute, then we know we need to work. We have specific workouts we can do to improve that. Same thing with the 12-minute AMRAP, 50 double unders, and then also Tabata sit-ups. This gives us a physical test of core levels 3 and 4. So we need specific goals on those two averages on that, and it provides basically provides an idea into basically core bending endurance. How I can explain it. Okay, so that's it for now. You'll be seeing some more testing for fitness, which is completely different. But other than that, let's move on.
All right, topic of the week. This is something that Anthony is very passionate about. You preach it to us all the time. It's the 20-mile march concept. So what is the 20-mile march concept?
So the 20-mile march concept. So what we're going to go over, let's just go over the overview, and we got some slides for you. What we're going to cover in the topic of the week of 20-mile march is what's the concept, the 100-mile journey, no matter what, 20 miles a day. We'll explain that, and then we'll go over why, and then how can we apply this concept, because a lot of this was given in the business books and stuff like that, but I like to read that stuff and how I can apply and educate you all on how to apply this to your fitness and your life. All right, what's the concept? And basically, I first heard about it in Jim Collins's book, Great by Choice. If you're within business, or even you're interested in kind of taking business concepts and applying to your fitness and your lifestyle and your journey of life, these are great aspects here. He has a number of good books. He has Great by Choice, Good to Great, How the Mighty Fall, and Built to Last. And there's a common correlation between all this. But it comes to you, the concept comes around in the 1,000-mile journey. And in the 1,000-mile journey, it explains two people setting out on this 1,000-mile journey. And one person says, I'm going to march 20 miles no matter what. If it's good conditions, bad conditions, if I'm hungry, if I'm tired, if anything, no matter what, I'm going to march 20 miles. And if I have a beautiful day and it's like I have lots of energy, I'm only going to march 20 miles. I'm not going to march anything more. I'm not going to march 21. I'm not going to march 19. I'm not going to march 100 one day. Just 20 miles. The other person sets out and, they march 100 miles one day and then march none the other day, 10 miles the other day, 100 miles the next day. They're constantly changing that march. They're not being consistent with that. And over time, the person who marches the 20 miles per day actually has more success. And there's a lot of examples in the book, and you can probably relate to that in many examples in your life about how this can apply to getting your goals and your dreams accomplished. Okay? So, kind of example, people marching to the South Pole, 20 miles a day, only, preparing, for the journey and having it all laid out and all that stuff. Okay? If we go back to our childhood, we always have that turtle and the hare concept. And, one of the reasons why I'm so drawn to this is this type of concept and really working on applying it, because we go to our essence, and each person has an essence of who they are. And some people by nature, not just physically, because our physical representation is also a lot of times correlated with our mental outlook and our personality. So if you look at a marathoner and a sprinter, there's two different people there, right? And we look at the turtle and the hare. And the reason why I'm so drawn to this is naturally physically and my personality is to be a hare, So it takes more discipline for me to, it's to work, to march, to take that journey. So I'm a bit empathetical to those people that, that this message speaks to. Some people are naturally just the turtle. They're runners, they're methodical, they're all that stuff. Okay? And that just, everybody has a different personality, and just to learn those concepts and to apply those concepts. Because, if we look at training in the sense of, if I was going to program for someone who is like myself, explosive, fast, aggressive, to make them better within a general sense and not a specialist, I would have them work more on their enduring qualities and improving their enduring qualities. So same thing with a marathoner and getting them, in the sense of balanced fitness and balanced lifestyle. This is the concept: is the person who is more enduring needs to work on more explosivity. Okay. So why? Okay. What are the benefits of doing this? Okay, by marching 20 miles a day. We don't overdo it. We foster consistency, okay? And success compounds day by day. So, I'm a big fan of Tony Robbins, and, from time to time, if, I'm feeling stuck or anything like that, I turn to the books that I read, the audio books, all these different aspects. And one really good one, what Tony Robbins said, it's not what we do once in a while that shapes our lives. It's what we do consistently. So, if you take it in the aspect of your health and fitness, if you're eating like garbage and living like garbage, your output's going to be garbage.
Exactly.
And being consistent is where your success is made. And we'll get into some more concepts in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So how can we apply this concept in our fitness and other aspects? Look, the reason why we're talking about this topic this week and why we had goal setting last week is because this is the time of year people kind of they immensely and in their lives, they want to reinvent themselves with New Year's resolutions, with closing off one chapter and opening up a new chapter. So what we want to do is support you in that by having these topics. So the biggest thing that can get you off track and not achieving your goals is don't overreach. I have to admit, that's my tendency is to set big goals and go 100 miles an hour at them. And I've learned, and the more I learn, the more I understand. Is set smaller goals. Be satisfied with those small wins. Little example is from the book The Slight Edge, and that's why I have this picture of a penny. And in the book, The Slight Edge, it talks about, it's like the compound effect. That's the concept around it. So it all starts with a penny. Okay? Now, there's a story in the book about a father and two sons. Okay? And the father and two sons, one son, he gives them an option to have their inheritance. One wants $1 million. You have an option to take all your $1 million today, or I'll give you a penny and I'll compound it. I'll double that money each day for 30 days. So you kind of figure out after the end of the 30 days who's going to have the most, and it's the guy who took the penny. Okay. And if you look in nature works a lot like this. So if we apply this to your fitness, is a lot of people, they go off and they see results right away, especially from going from a point in time. If they haven't been working out and then they change and they start working out, they see a lot of success early. And sometimes that's probably the worst thing, because you'll have that uptick in success and then you'll have a plateau. Right. So one thing that I heard recently is, when successful people know when they hit a plateau, and they say, okay, I get this. This is a plateau. This is a stagnant point. And it's not about grinding through, trying to double your efforts to get through it. They just know they need to stay consistent, march that 20 miles, and then they know that soon that work will compound, and then they'll have another uptick in success.
Yep.
Okay, and apply this. How to apply this to your fitness is like, don't look. If you started off and you had all this success in the first 3 to 6 weeks, especially in the first 3 weeks, right? You start something new, you have a lot of success, and then boom, you don't have success for a while. You've just got to know that, look, I know this is a sticking point. This is where I need to march and allow the success to come. Okay? And there's another book that I just started listening to about mastery. So if you're ever looking at that, it has this concept in it. Let's go on. Another thing is, if you're not feeling it, don't force it. Let me give you an example. I was training on Saturday, and over the last 2 months, I had a lot of success with a specific lift. And I went from, I made big gains. Everything was getting easy, all that stuff. And then Saturday, I went back to that lift, similar workout, and I had all the success, and it didn't feel like I was having as much success that day. I didn't feel like I was making that much progress. And generally, my mindset is, I'm going to bear down. I'm going to aggressively attack this. I'm going to put my head down and put my head through it. But, a lot of times when I do that, I end up really getting frustrated, getting, emotionally burnt out, pissed off, all that stuff. So what I had this kind of step back for a second, and I was like, look, I'm just going to go to what is challenging, but not overreaching. Okay. So, I went, because when I was basically building up in weight on a specific workout, and then I backed down. And then I didn't have the success that I wanted, so I just backed down the weight a little bit. And what came out of it wasn't the number that I got, right? I didn't get a bigger number than the time I did it in the past. But what I was feeling was that, hey, this is feeling a lot smoother. I'm feeling like I feel like I'm getting the practice at a heavier load and feeling more, let's say, one step close to mastery of the actual movement. So sometimes when you look at it, your gains aren't actually they're not concrete, meaning right. You didn't go from 290 to 295, but, I basically went back down to 275, 285, but that 285 was a lot cleaner than the last
285.
Yeah. So they're not always, your gains aren't always concrete.
Exactly.
So you just got to allow the process to take effect.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. I'll turn this over to Vu for announcements. That's the end of our topic of the week.
That's a good topic to start out. I mean, I know in a few days it'll be New Year's, so it is a good topic to talk about. So announcement, back to normal schedule next week. We're going to have our regular schedule back and no longer skeleton schedule. Yay. Don't forget our Fit for Life Nutrition Challenge. We start on January 17th. We'll start with some before pictures as well as before measurements, followed by just a fun workout. The workout would not be factored into your score. We're going to focus on your foods and the quality and quantity of your foods, which is after the workout, we have a seminar in which we'll show you how to do the zone diet. We're going to show you how to prescribe your own zone diet based on your goals as well as your level of activities and all that good stuff. Cooking Kilos, which is a food catering company, will be there, and we'll hand out some we'll have a tasting there. I heard they taste really good. I haven't tried myself.
All right,
guys, and if you have any questions, any comment, or any suggestion, leave us some comments below, and if you guys want to be part of our conversation, let us know, and we'll bring you up.
All right. We'll till next time.
All right. Happy New Year, everybody.